We are back with Campus Legends. We are Coppin State. I am MapAndMage. MapAndMage, get it? Such a dork. Okay, I am such a dork. We are back here to show you some of the off season. So I think we're about to do some recruiting here. Oh, actually, the first thing you get to do is see if you want to change teams. So I can accept the offer to come back at Coppin, which is probably what I will do. Or I can look at some, there is San Marcos State. Now, can I, what would be interesting would be to know, like, who's there, you know? Like, can I bop out of this? Oh, okay. I bopped out of that. So I'm trying to think, how do I look up San Marcos State? Yeah, that's the team. Show, okay, so there's San Marcos State. Cool. Okay, so who do they have? Whoa, they've got a young team. I like myself a young team. That was a really... Sorry, I'll stop. But I do like this. Look at this. We've got double centers, both young, post scorer and a stretch. I mean, real potential here. A guard is balanced, a 3-and-D. These are such young people. This is tempting. They made the press for being a 10-lose streak. Like, if you look at their schedule, lose, win. Lose. Look at that. What? Wait, what? Now I feel like a great coach. Look at this, folks. Now they're in the Big 12, and I'm in some other conference. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in a row losses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 in a row. Ooh. Okay, so here's the deal. Do I come back for the 1 3-star I've got? Or... And then I've just got a bunch of 1-stars. Now, I'm supposed to be good at recruiting. That's kind of like my focus. I want to see the roster. Click on roster. So this guy's a 78. He's a 2-star. I'm also hopeful because if I come back and lose my 3-star, that's rough, folks. That's rough. This guy's a 1-star. I'm just using that as just a real quick, like, I've got the potential here, but I'm also like, what do people think? 2-star, 1-star, it's a really easy way for me to go in. Here's a guy who's 68. I'm going to guess he's a 1-star. He's a 1-star. Boom. Maybe I'll get better at just knowing. But 75 potential sharpshooter. This is a super young team. Oh, this is really exciting, guys. Now I wish I'd put all my points into training. Well, okay, I'm just going to look. Sophomore, freshman, sophomore, freshman. Keep in mind, these are sorted by overall talent. That's the default. I don't think you can change it. That would be something I would ask of the developers, is if I could click on potential and have it sort by potential, that would be a nice add. And I will pay for version 2 of this. I'm in on this game, folks. If you can't tell, you can probably tell. Okay, anyway, so rank by overall talent level, sophomore, freshman, sophomore, freshman. Oh, now I lost track. Okay, we ended with Perkins, who was a freshman. Sophomore, junior, freshman, sophomore, senior, sophomore. So this is still the old team. This is not the new team. So all they're losing is a really bad sharpshooter. Actually, 75-70, he's one of the better shooters on the team. He's just really bad otherwise. Okay, folks. This is hard for me to say no to. Do it. Follow your heart. I mean, I was Marcos State before. I just took an indirect route to them. Now I've got to get back to... Okay, here's the offers. I think we're going to take San Marcos State. Now, hopefully it won't punish me for switching teams. They're actually overall rated lower by 1 point, 64 to 65. They had a 6-25 record. I'm just a San Marcos State guy. I guess I'm just like, yeah. Okay. I have accepted the San Marcos State job after 1 year at Coppin State. Okay, let's have left been promoted. Okay, so this guy graduated, been automatically hired. So I like that they automatically do this. Like, I don't want to have to spend a ton of time on my assistant coaches. So I've got all these graduate assistants helping these assistant coaches here. I could fire someone if I wanted to. I'm just kind of look them over real quick. Offense, defense. I mean, these are some nice numbers. Now, what I really love is I'm a training and recruiting guy. So having someone who's good at offense and defense is probably really good for me. These guys make me look like a good recruiter. Pretty good at training. I'm pretty stoked about this. Now, I could look to hire some folks. If there was something that I knew I wanted, okay, so this is exactly what I was asking for on that other page. I've just sorted by recruiting. And so like this individual is a great recruiter. If I wanted to hire an assistant who is a great recruiter, actually seems really good all overall. 69, 64, 7. Now, no guarantee that I would get him. So let's see what happens. What would happen if I needed a new assistant coach and I didn't like someone here? Now, these are young folks. 62, 67s, 59s, right? So what are we, like 63, 64-ish overall? This guy here is much better than that. So let's try it. Let's try it. Let's see what happens if I fire this guy. He's 32-year-old. Is he the one I should fire? Offense? Defense? He's not as good at recruiting, but he is better at offense. I'm gonna get rid of the young buck here, and I'm gonna try to hire. Yeah, I think it's this easy. I'm gonna hire this one. So now if I go back here, I'm just better and much better at recruiting. Okay, so this guy, right? So about a 63 overall. What do we see over here under hiring assistants? This is a lot better than 63. Pete Green, I like Pete Green. I want to hire Pete Green. I don't care if he's old. I didn't check his age, to be honest with you. But I'm going to fire this young buck and go get Pete Green. I'm bringing in my own staff, folks. Okay. Now, how do we look? We look really good, right? This guy I like. I mean, those are really good offensive and defensive coaching numbers. So we'll keep him. And then I don't think like with graduate, like I don't see graduate students here. So we're going to just keep those. Athletic trainer. What do we have here? Like this one doesn't look very good at all. Average below 60. So if I could go out here and get this guy, let's try it. Let's see. Maybe this is like one of the things I wasn't doing before that I should have been doing to get better. Learn through my mistakes. We're going to hire Brad Green, age 55. And there he is. Okay. So this person, 73. Okay, so, better-ish, right? Like a 68 overall, maybe? So, what do we see over here? Not as good. Well, that's a really nice number. This is nice. I think we're gonna go get that guy. It's actually hard to tell. Brad Green's one I just hired, right? 73, 64, 67. 73, 64, 67. Okay. Now, part of it is I don't know exactly what these mean. I assume this is training in terms of being better, rehabbing injuries, constitution? I don't know. But we're going to get rid of that guy. We're cleaning house. I mean, when better to clean house than your first year at a program? Right? That looks pretty good. This looks really good. Okay. So that's my staff. I'm happy with my staff. We're moving on. Okay. So this is just kind of summarizing all the changes. Coaches. Reasons for leaving. I wonder what it'll say. MapAndMage. Poached. I was poached from Coppin State. That is true. Even though it was more me looking around going, ooh, I like that team. In that voice. That's exactly the voice I used. All right. Okay, so we did lose one of our sophomores who turned to a junior. I believe that to be. But look at this. 60 to 61. Not breaking my heart. So a stretch center, and we graduated this bad sharpshooter. So that's 2 openings. So we'll be able to really focus here. Now, I wanted to go back just real quick, check my team. Like, is there somebody I should be cutting that is just terrible? All right, so if I go down to the bottom of the roster here, a couple of sharpshooters. I don't know. I kind of like this super young team. So I think we're going to let it roll. Okay, so we're going to advance. We only have 2 openings. Let me, I'm still not sure about keeping all these guys. What I'm looking for right now is injuries. I was hoping I would be able to see those. Nope, I do not see it. Okay. So potential. 57 is really low. Center, guard, forward, center, guard. I'm just seeing, like, do I have, like, I have way too many centers. Look at all these centers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this isn't even towards the top of my lineup. Then I've got up here 2 more good ones. So I don't need 5 backup centers. So if we look at potential, this is low. I think this is low and this is low. They're both stretch. The junior would be out of here sooner. Rhodes and Cameron. I could get rid of both. Maybe it's not either or. It leaves me with 2 rim protectors and another one down here. So I become rim protector on backup versus stretch and post score. So much more offensive here. I think I'm okay with that. So the 2 I'm looking to get rid of are Rhodes and Cameron. Oh, this actually is a much, I mean, it's the same view, but better because it's right here. Cameron, stretch center, pretty bad. Cut. Rhodes. Did Rhodes leave on his own? I think Rhodes left on his own. Yeah, he did. Smart man. Smart man. Okay. So there we go. 3 positions to fill. All right. Advance. One of the things that's kind of cool up there was draft results, which is the NBA draft. If you had a much better team, that would probably be really interesting information. It's just kind of a list of who got drafted when, which, again, would be super interesting if I was coaching North Carolina or Michigan or someone more interesting, USC, you know. Okay, so here we are in draft space. So we've got a budget of 300, which is very low. Here's what I need, it says. It says I need a guard, a forward, and a center. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I need a guard and 2 forwards to fill out my team. And it's got, like, what I have. So I've got 3 junior guards, 2 junior forwards, and 6 centers. I still have 6 centers. That is nuts. I have 2 forwards on the team and 6 centers. So I need to get a guard and 2 forwards, right? So if I go over here, I can target a position like guard. Now I can do 5-star. The way I winnow it down is how interested are they in my club. So I'm going to just do top 10 real quick. And you say, I want you to start with top 3 and then go to top 5. One of the neat things about this is that these bars code how interested they are in my program. So Miguel Ojeda is how I'm going to go with that. If I pronounce it wrong and you want to correct me, because I don't speak Spanish, I freely admit that, I am very welcome to it. Okay, from Monterrey, Mexico. He is clearly a different color than these browns. So if I do the same search here, but go to top 5, a lot of the other folks are going to drop off, but Ojeda is still there. So if I go to top 3, you can see, boom, you still got Ojeda, right? So he's a distributor guard. I kind of like that. It's a style of play, having watched a lot of Caitlin Clark, that I'm kind of into. And really anybody in this top 10 is recruitable. Now, 1 star is all I got going for me, folks. Now, there's a big difference between 589 and 295. But before and there's a junior and a junior, I could always look for, this is interesting. So let me look at my staff or my roster real quick. So what do I have, right? So if I look at my team, right? Who am I looking at? Let's go to my overview, my top players. All right, so my top players, I've got 2 centers. Woods, who is 71-78 in terms of current ability and potential. Then I've got another center. He's a sophomore and a stretch player. So, and then I've got a McDonald, who's a post scorer. So I'm leaning, well, we'll see what we get here. So I've got a guard, Williamson, who he's balanced. What I like, 67. So there's a lot of potential for development on this team. All of the guys have the potential to be a 70 player, and they're all young, which is so cool. And then I've got a forward, Davis, who's a 3-and-D player. He is 66 going on 68, but he's not going to develop much. So sophomore there. McDonald is a freshman, so this must be old, right? Like he's freshman last year. Yeah, and then Williamson. So I probably should bump all these up 1, but whatever it's worth. So I can either go 1 guard, who's a balanced guard. That's kind of nice, I guess, if you only have 1, and go with. But I don't have the forwards for it. Okay, so I'm not sure I answered any of my questions. So this top one, the home button, seems to take you back to what you're supposed to be doing. I'm looking at guards. I need at least 1 guard. Something like a 3-and-D would fit well with what we're doing. Let's, oops, nope. I'm going to target all of these guys. Wait, nope, that's not the all I want to target. Let's look at the top 5, where I'm a top 5 school for them, right? Oh, and I want to do, well, this is guards and forwards. So let's real quick sort by guard only. All right. Now, top 5, got a lockdown guard, so I could go defense, or I got 1 high school guy, 72 potential, 3-and-D. 3-and-D fits well with a balanced guard. I'm going to put $100 into recruiting him. Go ahead and make an offer. He's our guy. I'm going to track these others. It's targeting. So now if I go to my targeted people, it looks exactly the same. I'll go back to recruit. Let's do the same thing, but with forwards. Top 5, see what we can get. All right. I mean, basically 2. Both lockdown defenders. So I could go heavy defense on this team. There were some lockdown guys on the other side of the house. Huh. Neither one has tremendous potential. Let's extend it to top 10. See what we can get. Wow, that opens things up a little bit. These are some nice guys. Yeah, I'm tracking those. Basically, anybody who's got a star gets tracked here. Now, I'd love to get one of these higher rated guys. Very close, 128 forward, 129 forward. That I like. All right, I'm gonna try to get those two. So now I'm gonna go back to guards. So I was going with a 3-and-D guy. I was just gonna see if there is a lockdown guard here. He's actually rated higher. He's very, I mean, that's tough. I'm going to go ahead and go with my young 3 I mean, it's 3-and-D, so he plays D. So that's not bad. In fact, I'm going to track this other 3-and-D player. All right. Now, just out of curiosity, I want to see what kind of centers are out there that have an interest. Because the last thing you want is to have like a 3-star center who's interested in you. Now, nope. They're all like, I'm not going to play if I come play for you. So we've got 3 out of 4 offers. I don't think there's anyone I need to track here. Now, one thing I have not done is tried to recruit someone who's not at all interested in us. So my thought there is get a 2-star, someone who's at least, no, not targets, recruits. Somebody who's maybe at least, do I go to 3? And I'm just going to see what's out there. All right. Now, I think this team is either Arizona State or some sort of Texas. I think I'm in the Texas-Arizona region. That doesn't do me much good. Oh, okay. If I go Arizona, I need to figure out where I'm located. What's San something, right? That's my team. I like that kind of grouping. I am San Marcos State. Let's see. I just want to know, like, who is this team? Where are they located? 'Cause I don't even see a location. Like, they're in Arizona, they're in Texas. So I am now coaching. This is ChatGPT. San Marcos State. And I know that the Great Plains Conference is the Big 12. In the Big Bug, in the Bug 12. The Big, I like that. Big 12. Who is this in real life? All right, they think San Marcos State. It says it's a bad, these are the doormat. Oh, Texas State. I didn't know there was it makes sense. Texas State University. Oh, they compete in the Sun Belt. Okay, so, still not sure who it is, but let's go back to our recruiting. I've never recruited by space. That's, which one of these is Arizona? That's Arizona. This is New Mexico, Texas. That's where we're recruiting. And then, boom. Okay, so we've got that. Any level of interest, guard. Let's search. What do we see? So, wow, the quality here is just blowing my mind. We've talked about becoming a defensive team, so let's offer this guy. Now I don't have any more money. I used all my money. Let's real quick go to my 4 that I've made offers on. Oh, my targets here. Let's see. Who do I have? This is not that list. Go to my targets. I'm clicking the wrong thing. You're targeted. You're not targeted. You're targeted. You're not targeted. So who am I least interested in? I suppose the lowest rated one, this lockdown. So I'm going to take 50 away from him just to put 50 up here. Now, I don't know what the budget means. Like, am I whining and dining him? Is that kind of what that means? Let's wine and dine him good. Well, I really need these two to pan out. So okay. So that's it. So that's basically what the recruiting consists of. So there's 5 weeks. This is week 1. So let's just see what happens with our recruiting. Now, last time I didn't sign anyone for the first couple of weeks. I think it's because I'm a garbage program. But it is fun. Just to, okay, so the offers are still out there. Okay, so I didn't lose any offers. Like the guys I'm targeting did not start to look elsewhere. Now this 3-star guard is suddenly kind of open to stuff. So maybe I'm aiming a little low. Can I rescind an offer? They haven't accepted it yet. Because that's my guard. I've got 4 out there. Let's go back and look at forwards in our map. Boom, boom, boom. No, I've got to go the other way. Boom, boom, boom. Cool. Any interest? 3 stars probably about as realistically good as I can target. And no offers. And see what's out there. Okay. So he's a slashing forward. I don't know if that's what we're looking for. He's okay. Let's go all the way to 5 stars. I don't think that's going to make a difference. Let's do any position. What if we do 1 offer? Okay. So this guy who I made an offer to only has 1 offer. I must be that offer. Now here's a 1-star 3-and-D guard. Moreno. Let's look at our targets real quick here. Oh, I'm only looking at targets. That's why I'm not seeing anybody. Okay. You got to make sure you have the right stuff flagged on top there. Okay, let's go back. None. Boom, boom, boom. That looks good. And then offers 0. Okay. And let's see what's out there. Now, I don't need a center, so I probably should have narrowed it down a little bit. But here's several 2 stars. Here's a 3-and-D forward who I like. I want to make him an offer. So if I go to my offers, if I go to my targets, and I take my lowest forward, this guy, retract my offer. Oh, once you make an offer, shoot, once you offer, you offer. Well, there's a lesson for you guys. I don't think I can uncommit my offers. That's okay. But that's actually cooler because then you've got to recruit and you have to think a little before you make an offer and just not willy-nilly the way I was doing. All right. So, do I want to change how I'm focusing the money? Because now I'm kind of excited up here. Boom. What if I lower my interest level, my money level on some of these guys, these 1 stars, and I really want this guy. I want at least one banger, and then I think I can do even better next time. I underestimated myself. Let's see what we get here. Now, something might open up too, right? Like somebody might not take the offer we have laid out. Unfortunately, I think I targeted lower talent players who were likely to take an offer, but I probably should have been pursuing people who, were higher quality, who maybe would turn me down more. All right, continuing along here. This is the big week. I think this is when people are going to sign. Will it be with me? Ramirez is the one we really want. Okay, now commits. Okay, we've got 1 commit, 3-and-D guard. Okay, still got 4 offers out there. Okay, I guess we're going to week 5 of 5. All 4 offers still outstanding. I really would approach this differently next time, aiming at some higher caliber talent and seeing if I can turn their bar green. Recruiting is like the thing that I'm good at. Okay, I've got 3 commits. So, okay, all the 1 stars. Not a shocker. Okay, so going back to my targets, I do keep clicking on these like bright buttons instead of the buttons along the top, which is probably what I really should be focused on. I've got more budget. Offer made on Ramirez. I'm still going for Ramirez. Let's see what we get. $250 is the most you can spend. Okay. And I don't think I can make another offer. So let's see if we get him, folks. That would radically improve my my recruiting season. I have under recruited, and it's supposed to be my strength, so I've kind of set myself back there a little bit. We did get him, so that's cool. So we've got one guy who's an 85. He's coming in these guys are all coming in good. Like they can play. They could play now. Okay. Signing day. Hopefully they've all committed. Please sign. Okay, it's basically based on the loading screen here and the what it says it's doing. It's basically setting up my season. So I think this is about the end of the off season, which means we can end this episode, and hopefully you've learned a lesson about how to recruit. I did not do a great job, but I have a lot of 1-star players playing for my team, so it's not a huge shock that I'm getting a bunch of 1-star players. But the nice part is we got a 3-star player. So now if I go to my roster, this is all updated. We've got this very young team. If you look at the overall ability, the 4 freshmen are in my top 5 people. And 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a center. Yay! So okay. So what is the default? The default is starting 4 freshmen. The funny part is I took this job because of the roster that was already there that I liked. And now I'm like, sorry guys, you don't get to start. I just brought in some ringers. Cool. I mean, yes, please. So I've got stretch center, 2 lockdown forwards. No, lockdown forward. 2 lockdown forwards, a lockdown guard, and a 3-and-D guard. Now, it would be fair to say, shouldn't I have a point guard? Who else do I have in the guard? I've got this balanced one. This is interesting. I mean, clearly a defensive team, with the exception of our center, which, you know, if I had a rim protector there, that'd be kind of cool. How good. I think there are rim protectors on this team, but, oh, yeah, but they're not very good. Well, this is, I mean, I wanted a fun young team. That's what I got. Okay, so game plan. So pace of play I had as slow. I think I'm a really deep team. Now, offensive focus, I thought I'd have maybe more shooters. I'm having trouble remembering which is outside and which is inside. I wish it would just like put an O and an I on either end of this scale here, so I know. But I think for this team, we're not really. I guess we're a little more outside now. I wish I knew what this meant. Like, is that perimeter or paint? We'll start with P. You could put a P on each end. See how helpful I am? Excuse me. Sure, that was pleasant. All right. So training. I think we're going to focus on perimeter offense right now, I think. Now, going back to what we want to be, though, do we want to run hard? We got a lot of young players. We have a lot of depth. Let's just real quick adjust the game plan a little. And nope, not there. Yeah, pace of play. Let's pick it up. And then somewhere in the rotation piece, there is, oh, I know what it is. It's this thing. Starter preference versus bench. I'm going to decrease that a little bit so we get a healthy rotation of players in there. Now, who are our starters? The center is Woods. So let's get him in there. And then we've got Velasquez as our forward, and our other forward is Morgan. I love that we're starting 4 freshmen. That is so cool. And then our guards are Ramirez and Kelly. Okay. It is what it is, right? Now, bench size, I've said 5. Who's just off the bench? You know, like not getting minutes. I see a couple of, let's go to 7 maybe coming off the bench. Right? Boom. Okay. It'll be interesting as we hopefully gain some depth. Now, we are a very defensive team. We're playing fast. Yeah, I think I like this. This will be interesting, folks. Okay. So I'm back here. 2 total years of experience. I was looking for the expectation. Let's just real quick. History, 6 and 25. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm really curious to see how this goes. I think one of the big changes we made was getting better staff. It was pretty easy. Everything has been easy. The recruiting has been easy. The hiring staff has been easy. I gotta say, that's what I like, is that I feel I am making impactful decisions. I'm excited about my roster. I've brought in players that seem like they could be really good, like Ramirez. So while I have not done everything perfectly, because I'm still learning this game, it is easy, but still makes you feel like you're in charge and making impactful decisions. And that is wonderful. All right, we're ready for our first season, San Marcos State. So I'm going to go ahead and end this. I'll go ahead and do a review after this and wrap it up as the game of the week. But if you'd like me to keep playing, just like, comment, subscribe. All those things will help tell me that this is the kind of content you'd like to see more of. I think it's a really interesting game. I have always on games where I just kind of let them run on the weekend and in the evenings while I'm doing chores, right? I'm married, I've got 4 kids, like there's stuff to do and I can't sit and game all day. But this lets me feel like I'm gaming because I can come in and check the score of the game, just like you would do with regular sports, right? Except I can have it be any season I want. Traditionally, front office football, which is an NFL sim, has been my franchise for that. But this might take its place during basketball season because this is pretty cool. All right, we'll see you later. Have a great day, great life, play great games.